Hello everyone! Today I'm taking you on a wandering through a town I've never been to before. It is called Maidstone and it is the largest town of the county of Kent. It is also the county town because of it, and there's something pretty cool here. The museum and art gallery. It's this beautiful building. There will be a separate video about this because it's deserving of it, so make sure you look out for that. That's to come. It's not happened yet. I didn't get around filming it yet, but let's see and explore and see what we can see in Maidstone. And above us, that's the gazebo type thing you could see from the other side, and I think that there is shops around here. Not my favorite thing to look at, but as I said, it's my first time visiting this town. I just want to suss out what's what and what can we see. Yep, shops that way and shops behind me. I think I'm gonna make my way this way because I saw some beautiful buildings as you were coming in. Further away from here. Okay, this Fremlin wall goes in different directions. Alright, so far I spotted a ton of eateries, all of different kind, from sushi to pizza to traditional English roasts, Turkish, German. And here is one of the theaters of the town. Pretty looking pub. Trade's Arms. Flower shop and Christmas wreaths and stuff, because when I'm filming, as you can guess, we are heading towards Christmas. And there's a caged Christmas tree. A coffee bike. The light is being funny. Just before I arrived here, it was really sunny, and now the clouds are out again. We had quite horrid last 2 weeks. It's been dark and rainy and so overcast continually, day after day. I was happy today that it was much nicer, but I hope we'll catch more light as the day goes on. There are some beautiful older buildings, as I said, that I spotted coming into town. I will try to go back and visit those and show them to you. I spotted another Christmas tree here. It has little light decorations, but obviously, as it's not evening yet, it's not lit up. Now let's see. Whose statue is that? Okay, I assume it's depicting Queen Victoria when she was younger. Oh, come on, zoom. There, I hope she shows. It just says that this was a gift of Alexander Rundle to his native town in 1862. It does look pretty. Just looking at these older looking houses. Now Maidstone is one of the older towns of Kent. Oh, that's a town hall. Okay. I'm just discovering it at the same time as you are with me. There's notes about it and discoveries from prehistory through to Roman times, Anglo-Saxon and so forth. So it has been around for quite a while, And what I'm hoping to find somewhere is their coat of arms, and I'll tell you later why, because it is unique. I just find it ironic that in some of these beautiful old buildings you have a nightclub. I completely understand that things need to change and stuff. As you can see, on the most of these beautiful buildings on the ground floor, there are shops and things. But yeah, some things just don't add up in my head in the transformation that has been chosen for them. Okay, that's fancy. What might you? It does have a coat of arms, but that's not the one I'm looking for. You can see so many different architectural styles, the passing of the time, the changes, and the light is funny, sorry. Down at the bottom of the I can see an old church, but I'm not gonna go that way. Post office, wedding shop, and so forth. Another one of those streets with small shops and restaurants. Just spotted another pretty one. And then, as you come down, there's a Chinese tea for you shop. And the town hall from this side as well. And this pretty one, it's called the Maidstone Inn and Free House. It's a newer but still old building. There are quite a few of these little alleys that go through the main buildings. For my non-UK viewers, this is a typical Royal Mail post box. Back onto the shopping area. I found another old building, 1680. Look at that. And now it's a shop underneath. A shy street. A church hidden in between the buildings. I can't show it to you properly because it has all that big glass thing. I need to go in. Well, I think the building itself probably is very beautiful. And another side street. I've come away from the main shopping road. This is parallel with it because I spotted this old church, and also I think there's a little park on the side of it. That's it. I just really like the old stone buildings, and it has an old style post box as well. Okay, there's the little park. It's called Branchley Gardens. Let's see what's left at the end of autumn. Most of the leaves have already fallen, but there's still splashes of color here and there. Beautiful. The light has been so funny all afternoon. Come on. Anyway, the other side of the church. And I can see more interesting buildings down there. Let's check them out. I am not sure, I just assumed that this was part of the church where the priest or whoever would live. And then there is this part, looking very different in style. Okay, just doing a spinneroni, so I came from around there. I can see a little terrace, and that's the building. And I just spotted a massive wheel in there, and I think there's a note about it. Let's see. Okay, and there's the story. It's interesting, it's rather large. If you want to read it, please pause the video. Well, I'm not gonna be able to between the thingies and show it to you. But yeah, I can understand how a person or donkey or whatever could fit in there and spin it round. Well, that was a random discovery, and this is why I like wandering. You never know what you'll discover in places you've never been before. That's nice. And there we go, trying to fit everything in. Very beautiful buildings behind there. I'm trying to figure it out if it's part of the museum building from the back, but I'm not sure. And some pigeons. Hi guys. Are you all doing well? It looks like you do. But I wanted to include this beautiful splash of color, the ones that still remain. Oops. Even though the light is so very funny. And I wanted to see this statue as well. It looked fairly new, especially with the machine gun and all, and I had a little read. It's in the memory of those who fought in Afghanistan. There were regiments from here, from Maidstone as well, and it was unveiled on the 1st of November 2011. Spotted another beautiful tree. It's a holly tree and it's fairly tall, and I wanted to include it as it has fruit, and as we are going in Christmas season, look at those. And these are the fallen leaves of the ginkgo, which is just here. Another beauty, and it's a large one. It must have been around for quite some time. Ginkgos have gorgeous leaves throughout the year. I was looking back at I just spotted a little anomaly. A little cherry tree that decided to bloom at the end of November. How crazy are you? You're absolutely beautiful. But I think the weather tricked you, because you're not gonna get to the stage of having fruit. But you're absolutely gorgeous, and I hope you bloom again in spring. Couple more commemorative columns, and then you have the bandstand where kids are playing now, so I'm not gonna go close there. Okay, I'll be heading out from here, but I just wanted to do a quick panning. It's a small but pretty park. I'm sure it's nice to come out and sit and enjoy some moments of tranquility. And I found more blooms. Now, before exiting, I just spotted this. What do you think it is? It looks like a little dinosaur hatching from its egg, and it is, because I'm gonna get to the part that I wanted to tell you about the uniqueness of the coat of arms of Maidstone, and this is part of it. If I remember correctly, in 1834, when they were digging up parts of today's Maidstone to do some building work, they have discovered the fossils of a massive ancient creature, and it was to be the fossil of Iguanodon. It's one of the very large dinosaurs that lived a long time ago, one of the herbivore kind, and obviously it all became very famous, and I'm gonna show you another bit about this a bit later. And I found another church. I think this one is a Catholic church. And then there is this complex of beautiful buildings with this main one here, which I have no idea what it is. When I first passed it, I thought it's the town hall, but it's not, because we have seen that and it was much smaller. Now, out of the corner of my eye, I spotted this, and Maidstone prison is behind it, and I was right that the building used to be the county hall. Okay, so there's a whole lot of buildings in the area. Very interesting. You can read the text, that's why I paused on it. But I was just reading that when they planned and built it in the early 19th century, it was one of the most ambitious projects. It costed around £200,000, and it was the most expensive prison at the time. And since then they used it in movies and stuff, because it's so typical and representing that era. I find it absolutely beautiful. Okay, so this is the county hall, and the other one was the town hall. I modeled the whole lot up. Okay, interesting. Just wanted to show you the fluffy clouds we are having now that like to play with my light. Okay, I'm walking on the left side of it because I was curious to see from where does the prison buildings begin, and I can see a wall there, so let's check it out. Right, so I came from there and I made it to the wall, and I am absolutely sure that the prison buildings are behind it. There's a part there. I don't know, I'm just guessing everything, but obviously I would be curious to see it. And we got to the last part of what I wanted to show you. No, it's not a train station, it is this. Meet Iggy. That's how the locals found the Iguanodon I was talking to you about when we saw the hatchling. This is, I think, a bronze sculpture, and I think that the original Iguanodons by their skeleton should be taller than this, but I'm not 100% sure. Now, the fossil they found here is many times displayed in the local museum, but often is to be found in the Natural History Museum in London. I have actually seen it there. Let's look at you. And I'm getting finally to the unique thing I wanted to tell you from the very beginning, is that due to this discovery, Maidstone is the only town in the UK that has a dinosaur on its coat of arms. And I have been looking for one to show you, but I couldn't find any. So I'm gonna pictures at the very end of the video so you can see. And with that, I'm gonna say goodbye to you all from Maidstone and from Iggy. Have a lovely day, everyone, and make sure that you look out in the upcoming weeks or maybe months for the wandering I will be filming in the local museum. Thanks.